Task templates. Templates are configured and made available by administrators of a workspace. Task templates allow you to set up custom fields and custom statuses on tasks. You can set up single or multi-line fields, date fields, file paths, checkboxes, or selector entries. The grouping and label fields help to format the task and guide the task creator. You can also choose who can see these fields and if they are mandatory based on certain conditions. You can also use task templates to support an approval workflow. For example, having a security team sign off before an access request is assigned and processed. Task templates are offered in the request menu to allow other Cirkus members to submit tasks into a defined workflow. To learn more about requests, refer to our request workflow video. Let's go ahead and set one up. From the Workspace Task Template tab, type the name of the template and press Enter. Next, double-click on the template to access the details. From the Info tab, default settings can be specified such as project and/or subproject to which the task should be added, the role to which the tasks belong, and who can edit the tasks. You can also select an approver. Activating this means that the task will first be notified to a user or role that you specify, and they will receive a notification to approve that the task can go ahead and be assigned to the project and role. In our example, we will select to assign all tasks to the new website project and the web developer role. In the Request Details section, you can decide if and how the task templates should be offered in the request menu. We'll cover the request workflow in another video. Click on the Fields tab. Here, you can edit which fields are shown on your tasks and create new ones. Let's double-click on the description field and change the name that is shown, and add a hint, which will help our bug reporter to fill in the replication steps. We can set that field to be entered as full width. Now we can create custom fields for our task template. Any task created using this template will have these fields. Type the name of a new field, version, and press Enter. Now select how you want the field to be set up. Choose between 7 custom field types. The checkbox field lets you create a field displaying choices in a single box that toggles between yes and no. The date field provides the ability to choose a date from the calendar. Enable this option to include time if you also want to be able to select the time. Entry field allows you to enter one line of information or text, or multiple if allow multiple lines is enabled. You can also allow mentions in multi-line text fields. File path allows you to select the path to a file or a directory. The grouping field is a section heading that groups all the custom fields below it together. The label field allows you to add text to the template for information purposes. If you select a warning label, a red warning will show next to the text. The selector field allows you to create a list of options for people to select. You can allow for multiple selections from this list by enabling the Allow Multiple button. Show allows you to decide if the fields are always available or only when certain conditions are met. In this example, the custom field will only show when the priority is set to critical. Select Never if the field should never be visible. Mandatory. Select Mandatory if the field must be filled in order to create a task, or only mandatory in certain conditions. If you want the custom field to never be mandatory, select Never. Let's make our replication steps mandatory if the task is marked as critical. Now we can set some custom statuses which will be available on tasks created from this template. Click on Custom Statuses. We can create a status called Analyzing of type In Progress with a blue color. We'll also add a status of Waiting for Retest of type On Hold with a brown color. The colors we specify here will be visible in the task list. Let's create a task and see what it looks like. Here we can see our default web developer assignee and the project, and the renamed description field with its hint. If I set the task priority to critical, the replication steps will become mandatory. Click OK to create the task. The custom statuses that I created are available. One really powerful way to use templates is to channel incoming work or requests to your team. In our next video, Triggers, we can see how to apply some rules and how tasks move through a workflow.